Welcome back to another episode of the KB Money Show. It's your boy KB. All right, let's get into it. So, last video we talked about your 2023 financial review of the year. Now, this video we're going to talk about now that we understand where we are, the wins, the losses. Now it's time to plan for 2024, but we want to be smart about it. So now we're going to talk about setting smart goals to set yourself up for financial success in 2024. Let's get into it. And so we want to make sure that we are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Let's break down each one. One, we want to be specific. We want to clearly define our goal. We want to be precise about what we want to achieve. So what it doesn't look like is I want to save more money. Not specific, too vague. But what it does look like is I want to save $5,000 in my emergency fund. That's specific. Two, we want it to be measurable. So we want to establish the criteria to measure your progress. We need something to measure against. So as I mentioned previously, the $5,000 aspect is what's measurable. So we can measure the $5,000. Next, we want it to be achievable. So in order to set an achievable goal, we have to ensure that it's realistic and attainable based on your current circumstances. I get it. I know what you're saying. This does not mean that you can't dream big. You can dream big and set that big goal and have it there. And as you're working towards that, now let's think about our current situation and let's set a smaller goal that will be a stepping stone to that bigger goal. And so, and the reason that it being achievable is going to be is going to make sense to you is going to be in the upcoming steps. Next, we want it to be relevant. Relevant is so it needs to align with your goals, with your overall objectives and values. So, for example, if you're looking to save for your $5,000 emergency fund, you want to ensure that you don't have another competing goal that's going to take you away from the main primary goal. For example, maybe you want to take a trip. Maybe you want to take a luxurious trip. Love it. Maybe you should consider doing that. However, and so now you have another fund that you put money over to save for this trip. But maybe this trip, is going to cost you a pretty good penny dollars. However, now it's taking you away from this $5,000 emergency goal because now you're putting the money that would have went to the $5,000 emergency fund. Now it's being allocated over to the trip. I'm not saying you can't do both, but now it's a competing goal, and now you're not going to be able to hit this goal the upcoming year as fast as you possibly could because you set this other goal. Now, a goal that you can set that will create some synergy is because we've assessed where we are on a monthly basis on what's coming in, what's coming out, and we assess that, hey, actually, we have an additional $200 that we can cut back on some things because maybe we ate out too much. We was eating real good throughout the year 2023. But now, instead of having, maybe you still eating out, but maybe you reduce it by $200. So you can redirect those dollars to save to your emergency fund. And so saving an additional $200 that you was normally using going out to eat and redirecting it there, that's a goal that's synergistic and going to help you reach that $5,000 emergency fund goal. All right, next is going to be time bound. So set a time frame for achieving your goal. This creates a sense of urgency and accountability. That's why in the previous step of making sure it's achievable and realistic, and attainable based on your current circumstances, not killing your dream, is because we have to add the time-bound element to make it real. So now that we're setting that urgency and accountability, Now we want to, so now let's bring it back to the example of the $5,000 emergency fund. So with that $5,000 emergency fund, we want to say $5,000 emergency fund by July 2024. Now we have all of the components to put ourselves in the best position to be successful with achieving that goal. That's why I mentioned it needs to be realistic. So you could still have that larger goal, but we need to set something that's realistic because we're going to add that time element as we're tracking. And so putting it all together, now we've seen what a non-smart goal looks like. Improve my financial situation, save save money for my emergency fund. That's not a smart goal. That's not specific. But we also went through the example of what a smart goal looks like as we're recapping. I want to save $5,000 for my emergency fund by July of 2024. That's what a smart goal looks like. And so now that you understand what a smart goal looks like, now hopefully you are equipped and set up for success while you're game planning, thinking about what you want your financial goals to be going into 2024, so you can set yourself up for success financially next year. Until the next video, if hey, let me know if this was helpful for you. And if it was, like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next one, peace.